So good evening and welcome over to Disney Spring, over to the Orange Garage.
The eye and the the swing thing.
You can't see the eye in the giant swing ride. However, we are not going to Disney Springs tonight. What we are going to show you guys is something that we always like to do. We really love going on the Disney Skyliner and all that stuff. And normally we would park at Disney's Hollywood Studios and usually ride it from over there. However, we want to show you guys you can do this. Especially now we're in the slower season. You can go over to Disney Springs, park here for free, take a Disney bus over to any of those resorts that do have the Skyliner. So Disney's Pop Century, Disney's Art of Animation, and Disney's Caribbean Beach, and Disney's Riviera. And you just go ride the Skyliner, check out all those resorts at night. So something you want to do, Ali has been wanting to ride the Skyliner at night for some time. Last time we rode it at night was when we went over to, we did the previews for Cast and Burst, so I'm gonna check that out. I think it'd be kind of fun. Don't know how it's gonna go. So it just kind of came down here to the bus stop area. Like, so we're looking for Pop Century or Art Animation, either one of the two to take us over there. Usually it's always in the very back. Pop Century, yep, 27. So we gotta go all the way back around this way to get over there, just so that we can actually, yeah, no, Allie's wearing her bright green shirt once again today. But the whole reason why I show you doing this is that if you wanted to just come over, check out a few of these resorts at night, and also ride the Skyliner, this is an easy, free way of doing it. Just so you don't have to worry about paying for parking somewhere or any of that stuff. Kind of funny, so literally there's a Pop Century bus just about to pull out. Wait, I think they saw the people. Oh, nope. Now I think we can actually maybe go over here. I think if I remember it right, 28 is Art of Animation. So we can take the Art of Animation one as well. Honestly, it takes it to both places because the nice thing with the Skyliner is they have a station for Pop Century and Art of Animation. You know, it's been a long time since we always ride the bus over to Pop Century because that's usually the first one that shows up. Because you can either take, like I said, Disney's Caribbean Beach, Disney's Riviera, Pop Century Resort, or Disney's Art of Animation. It'll get you to one of the stations. Honestly, I like walking through this resort as well. This resort's really cool. But this is a lot more of a family suite style, where it's got like separate rooms and like more space, and you can actually like, make food and stuff. It's still considered value because it's a lot cheaper than like going to Caribbean or Riviera for one of their suites. And look at their chandelier. It's got like prints of things on it and everything.
Yeah, Lion King, Ariel, Nemo.
There's a lot of good stuff. It's everything that's, I think, almost everything that's represented here. Yeah, and then the whole check-in area. It's insane. Yeah, that's one thing about it. Is so this resort is split up into 4 sections. So you have the car section over here, which is like a mini Cars Land.
So cool.
Yeah.
Please don't pop. That'd be weird.
They have a mini Cozy Cone hotel or motel in the middle with little cones around the swimming pool.
I feel like I'm in Disneyland.
Kind of, yeah.
Don't you?
There'd be a lot more lights and stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm like, because at Cozy Cone at Disneyland, they have the little booths.
Yeah.
Where you can get like ice cream, or you can get macaroni, cheese in a cone, and all the good stuff.
So, but yeah, it's just, like, this is what kind of one thing you want to do is so you can come out, especially like I said with the parks closing so early, and say you're taking an evening off from the parks, like if you're here for a long period of time, and you want to do something that's fun, you just come over to any of these resorts that have the Skyliner, and you can kind of, it's like what you could do with the monorail resorts. Usually this spins. It's not spinning right now. It normally does spin. I think just at a certain point it stops. And the lobby actually takes you down to the pool. Yeah, Lion King's the other one does not have a pool, because I was telling Allie that like this has a small little pool over here. But there's
should have a pool, though.
Yeah, because it's like the split into 4 sections. You have Cars, you have Finding Nemo, you have Lion King, and you have Little Mermaid. And the ironic part is the Little Mermaid section was actually already built back when they were, because he's a race car. Race cars don't have lights, remember?
I thought they did.
No, they don't. But, so, this was supposed to be an extension of Pop Century, so that's the like 50s through the 90s. This is supposed to be the 1900s through the 40s. But it also happened, when they were building it was happening when 9/11 happened.
Right, so they didn't want to put that.
Well, they just want to keep building because the theme park industry took kind of a small hit on that. So I keep telling Alex that I've got really weird memories because when I trained for Wine and Dine in 2017 and 2018, I used to come out here all the time and run. Like I said, so you can kind of see where it separates. So right here you have cars, and then you see it moves over to Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is the middle section. That will be what you call the preferred section.
So essentially you're going from one movie to another, to another, to another.
Yeah.
If you keep walking.
Yeah, if you were to walk from one end of this resort to the other, it's seeing all those movies. So if you kind of come up, so what we're planning is we're gonna take the Skyliner over to Caribbean Beach, then from Caribbean Beach over to Epcot, and then so we can see all the work that's going on for Remy's, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it back, get off at Riviera, and then walk from Riviera through Caribbean Beach over to the Skyliner station. Just so then we have numerous days, or numerous things to look at from Riviera at night now to seeing Caribbean Beach at night, and also riding the Skyliner at night. So the only downside with riding the Skyliner at night, it's pretty hard to see everything. Like you have a hard time seeing like out, just because like it is so dark. So that's why it's a big reason like we'll ride these over, and if we can see anything we'll show you. And that's why I was like, oh, we'll ride it from here to Caribbean to Epcot to see the work that's being done on Gusto's, aka Remy's Ratatouille. Yeah. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and then we'll ride it back over to Riviera and see Riviera at night for the first time.
That would be pretty.
All I know is it's weird because we're gliding over the lake right here. And so,
That was funny.
and now we're about to go, here we go up. I'm gonna jump on over to the Epcot Riviera line, ride this all the way over to Epcot International Gateway, then ride it back to Riviera and look at Riviera at night. I think it's gonna be really cool. Oh, they're about to do the weird switch thing. So, looks like, yep, there goes one off now.
They have Mickey on the door.
Yeah, it tells them that's the stability door, I think. So unfortunately it is way too dark to see anything over with possibly Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, because they did just install the Gusto sign like you see in the movie Ratatouille, but it is what it is. Thought we'd at least ride it over, see if we can possibly see something, but can't see anything at all. So I think what we'll do, so it's right behind this building right here. If you can see it, it'll be right there, but if you can see it's back there, but they don't have any lights on it because it's still working on it. So if you look real close when you get off, if you look back towards the rest of the stuff, you can see it. It's right here, you cannot see it because one, just a little bit too dark. But we're gonna head back over, jump back on, head to Riviera. I know, I was just like, so we just got off. So we were over at Epcot International Gateway, rode it over here, now we're over here at Riviera. Really excited to see Riviera at night. I'm really, cause like what we'll do is like I said, we're gonna walk through Riviera, like this outside section, see everything, and then we'll walk through Caribbean so you get a better look at Riviera, how it looks at night from the distance. Honestly, if I could stay at any resort, this is the one I want to stay at. Oh wow, here's a directory. It's a bigger resort than it looks.
You got a dining and lounge, and then you got shopping, and then you got recreation, and then guest services.
Yeah. Where's the bus stop is? So the bus stop for them, so we're here because here's the Skyliner station's over here. The bus station is right here. So if you're looking for the buses to other parts, to the rest of the resorts, like Magic and Epcot and Springs, or even not really Epcot, but Animal Kingdom and stuff, it's up here at the front, and the Skyliner station's back here.
And then you could take the bus over to Disney Springs if anything.
Yeah, but wow. Honestly, this is just impressive right here, the way the lighting is. Because the one thing about it is that these are like glass cut marbles of different movies. So like this is the Peter Pan. And I love, like, this is cool. Little fountain area. Like I said, this is probably one of, if I could stay at any of the big Disney Vacation Club resorts, this is the one I want to stay at the most. It's also one of the most expensive resorts. Me too. And then there's Tangled. Got those candle lanterns going up and around to her tower. Like, this is insane. And then there's the terrace all the way up there that's like up high. It's high dining. Like, this is so cool. Yeah, this is just, I really like the way this resort looks, and I just really want to stay in one of the rooms because they have the cool little like design, just like where you have like a Murphy bed and stuff inside of her, like 2 people, and they have their normal suites because this is a vacation club, so they have a lot more of their villas, so like they're more like apartment styled than anything else. Giant chest, and then there's the whole like little like outdoor area is still so cool. This is just insane. Like, this is the, I just want to stay at this resort now. Like, it's, I could do anything. I just want to stay at, I just want to start staying at some of the Disney resorts. Because there's a whole pool area. Their pools are only open till like 10 or 11 p.m. at night. This is insane. Kind of gives you an idea of the...
What are they watching? They're watching Hunchback!
This is a good view of it. Like, it's not a very big resort, but it's just big enough that it's, like, to me, impressive. Like, this is so insane. So we kind of did the whole, like, as we were walking out, we looked at the pricing of staying at Riviera. Yikes. That's not cheap, one bit. It's just one of those, it's, well, and also doesn't help, it is like, it's, so most of the Disney Vacation Club resorts have villas, which are usually designed like apartments, so it's a little more expensive, but like a 1-bedroom villa here was 300 plus a night per just a 1-bedroom or the 2-person suite one, so yikes.
Are we allowed to walk over here?
Yeah, we're still allowed to walk over here. They're just doing some groundwork, but yeah, it's expensive. So here kind of gives you a really good idea. So we walked around. There's a little pathway that connects actually both of these resorts. Kind of very similar to how Disney's Art of Animation and Disney's Pop Century kind of works.
Just want to look at the damn
but like
menu. How do we do
here
that?
you go. That's a pretty good view of Riviera at night. Very subtle. I will say I think this resort looks a lot better. This resort looks a lot better during the daytime than it does at night. Not saying it looks awful at night, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's got a more visually appealing aesthetic to it during the daytime. So we're just gonna keep walking around, check out a little bit of Caribbean Beach at night. I think one of our goals this upcoming year is to try to stay at a couple of Disney resorts for more than just one night. Like, we don't care which resorts, we just really want to try to stay at a couple of resorts. We took some little extra days off to do that, to kind of get a full experience of being at a Disney resort and everything.
Oh my god.
I also love the fact that they have these like beaches here with a hammock.
I can't even get into those.
I know. Last time she tried to, she struggled when we were over at the Polynesian resort. I don't know. It's one of those things of just like part of like seeing new things, trying new things. This year we want to really expand out some things we did, because like last year in the fall we started doing a lot more of that, because when we went to Universal for a few days, we actually stayed at one of the resorts. We never stayed at a Universal resort in my entire life. I've never stayed at a Universal resort until we went over there for our honeymoon week, or not honeymoon, first anniversary week, and you got to see a little bit of Halloween Horror Nights as well. So that was kind of a cool experience, and that's something I kind of want to expand on and see if we can try to stay at a couple of Disney resorts and maybe another Universal resort as well. So this is one of the biggest resorts. So Old Port Royal is like the center location. Aruba is next to one of the Disney Skyliner. Martinique is pretty far away, and then Trinidad. To get any sort of like quick service stuff, you have to come all the way back to the Old Port Royal. But they do run an internal bus all the time because of the Disney Skyliner. So say if you're at Trinidad or Jamaica, this is really good because you're right near the big station. If you're staying at Aruba, you're really close for the Riviera station. So, and this is also the check-in area for Caribbean Beach if you're staying here. All I can tell you is like Caribbean Beach is it's a huge resort. If you remember any of the update videos I ever did, this was a huge resort to do. It's like a middle island here that they have, like, they do special things on. Also has more like these like sand beaches that you can sit on. Like, with hammock. No, we can go over here. Yeah, let's go over here. Say, Allie never did the Skyliner update videos with me because for a long period of time, for about a year, me and Allie only shared one day off.
I should have got that.
Oh, they're watching something over here. What are they watching?
I should have got the thing.
The thing over at Riviera? It's fine. It's not like it's going away anytime soon. Oh yeah, see, they closed off this area. It's like a playground area with some more hammocks.
Big Hero 6.
Is it really Big Hero 6? Wow.
I can see it. I can see Hero.
Wow. That's actually, it's a lot more impressive farther away. So we're still over here on the Caribbean Cay little like middle island area. I do remember this little island. Yeah, because we stopped by because so over there they have their movie night and they're playing Hunchback of Notre Dame. Here, playing Big Hero 6. And I'm yelling at Allie because Allie says she's never seen Big Hero 6 from start to finish. And yet she watches the Big Hero 6 series on Disney. Like, come on. Like, seriously?
Ooh, kiwi.
So like I've always said, even when I did the Skyliner update videos, I always talked about like I would always get off at Old Port Royale because it was like one of the areas that's nice because you get a really good look at Riviera and a really good look at the Skyliner update. It's a really long walk. So like that's why I said like here they do run the internal buses a lot more frequently here now because of it. And like I've always said that over at Papa Century and Art of Animation, they actually had to cut down on some of the buses to go to Epcot and Hollywood Studios because now you have the Skyliner, and I think it's because they're having to use a bus over here now for the internal shuttle and to open up those buses a little bit more for other places. And a lot of people were upset about it, but I'm like, if you're staying at Art of Animation or Pop Century, you should already be happy because you're getting a Skyliner to Hollywood Studios and it takes way less time to Skyliner to Studios than it would ever take to take a bus. So we decided to walk back over to the station because we're rides back over to Pop Century and Art Animation. It'd be a little bit easier to get on a bus there because the buses here are going to be running probably full loads over to Disney Springs because now that you have a few theme parks starting to close now, you're going to get a lot more of that traffic going to Disney Springs since it stays open a lot later. So the thing about it is if you stay at one of these resorts that does have the Skyliner, make sure you always check out in front of the station you're going to be getting off at because it will tell you the hours of operation. So because like studios have been opening so early some days, the Skyliner doesn't start running until 8 a.m. So then they will run the buses from all the resorts every 20 minutes like they normally would. Outside of that,
welcome aboard the Disney
and same thing with after hours or not after extra magic hours. So like just kind of Sally doesn't realize that this was always my go-to running spot because I like running here because of the pathways are always nice and easy and I also feel comfortable. But kind of walking over here because Allie wants to see the Lion King section of Art of Animation. Also, all the lights going on in the background is Star Wars going off right now. The Star Wars fireworks going off. So that's what's kind of going on right now. Because like, so every park except for Epcot closed by 8 p.m. And Magic Kingdom does have evening extra magic hours for those staying on Disney property. But I don't believe the evening hours are worth the time anymore because they are so busy. Especially over at the Magic Kingdom because we've done it a couple times when we have stayed on property. So I always prefer the morning ones over the evening ones all the time. So just kind of come through this area. So probably our last little thing before we jump on a bus back to Disney Springs. But I mean like we got to Disney Springs around 6:30. And it's almost 8:30. So we've been literally just been able to do this for the last 2 hours. And it's kind of nice because then if you want to also you can stop off at the National Gateway and get off there and walk over to the boardwalk and Yacht and Beach as well.
It's so weird.
There's Scar.
It's so weird.
I like all the foliage through here. Like I said, it's the only section that does not have a pool though.
I know.
Has just all the cool statues though. In the scene when they're singing Hakuna Matata across the bridge, the log bridge.
My favorite is...
Well yeah. This is so cool though, like it's so immersive. And this is just a hotel, this is just a resort. Like this is no longer the news resort anymore because of Riviera opening up. This is the second news, but like so this is on the scale of what they call a value resort. But it's more family suite resort as well. So it's kind of a weird mixture of value of like Pop Century, but a little bit of like moderate as well, of like Port Orleans, French Quarter, stuff like that. So like I said, we spent about 2 hours. So if you really came out, you probably can get like a dining reservation over at Riviera or Caribbean Beach at one of the sit-down restaurants, or like say go over to Boardwalk, Yacht and Beach, and like we parked at Disney Springs, and so yeah, it's a little bit more of a hassle to get back, but since Disney Springs does stay open much later, it makes life a little bit easier getting to and from Disney Springs. Oh, next bus for Disney Springs. Still got about 12 minutes before it shows up. So the other thing is that they do have timers up here. I'll show you when it gets there. However, that does change quite often. And also, if you are staying at one of the resorts, you actually get the bus like timing when it's going to arrive on your phone on the main screen and everything. So that's kind of a cool little feature if you're staying on property. So the bus got there about 8:25, 8:42. So it took us a little longer to get back over here. That's the only downside, is you do rely on the Disney transportation. Now you can, Uber, Lyft. They will drop you off at the resorts and everything, or even minivans. Now I know people say the minivans are more expensive. Well, the things about minivans, they could drop you off at places much closer. So if you wanted to if you want to take a minivan from your resort to what do you call it? To like Magic Kingdom, it will literally drop you off in the bus area. If you take an Uber or Lyft over there, it drops you off at the Ticket Transportation Center. Also, the minivan's a big proponent for like getting people like from resort to resort, so that if you're got a dinner reservation, say at the Contemporary, and you're over at like All Star, you could take one of those over without having to take a bus to the Magic Kingdom, then get on a monorail. Said it costs a little bit more, but it's pretty cool. So we did just get home. I know I haven't been filming at the parks with the outro, just in case if something happens or we see something. Kind of gives me an opportunity to like go over what happened. So, but overall, kind of a nice little relaxing evening. Something that kind of you can do if you really want to, where you can actually go to like Disney Springs Park there, go to Hollywood, go to one of the resorts that has the Skyliner, ride the Skyliner around, kind of check out some things. Like I said, we got to see Riviera at night, which is a gorgeous resort at night. Get to walk around Caribbean Beach a little bit, saw a little bit of Art of Animation. It was kind of just a fun little night just to see some of those resorts. Because a lot of times you don't see that at night, especially like nights like this where the parks are all closed by 9 p.m. Except Magic tonight just because they have after hours. But I'm just saying by 9 p.m. parks are all closed pretty much. So you have nothing else going on except for Disney Springs. So it's kind of one of those nice little things. You can't see much from the Skyliner at night, which is unfortunate. But overall, just kind of a really fun night. So with all that being said, as we do head off for the evening, a very fun night riding around on Skyliners. We will see y'all next time.